Okay, guys, let's jump into the second portion of this lesson called double number lines. All right, it says for each problem, complete the double number line to show the percentages that corresponds to the original amount and to the new amount. Okay, so let's look at number one. It says the gas tank in Dad's car holds 12 gallons. The gas tank in Mom's truck holds 50% more than that. How much gas does that truck hold? Okay, so we need to do some quick annotations. All right. So Dad's truck holds 12 gallons. All right. Mom's truck holds 50% more than that. So it says how much gas does the gas tank hold? Now, we're basing it off of Dad's car, okay? Dad's car is 12 gallons, okay? Dad's car is 12 gallons. So, 50% of any number is like basically asking for half of it. So if I tell you, hey, if there's 4 slices of pizza and I'm asking for 50% of that, I'm asking for 2 slices of pizza because that's like me asking for half. Okay, so get that in mind, like 50%, this is just for a quick fluency practice, is like asking for half the amount. Half of the amount. Let me erase that. Stop being lazy. Half of the amount. Okay. So, what's half of 12? If you guess 6 gallons, you are absolutely correct. If you could not guess 6 gallons, I'll do the math for you. Remember to convert percentages to decimals. 50 over 100 is equal to 0.50. And I'm going to multiply 12 times 0.50, and I should get 6.00. All right? Which is equivalent to 6 gallons. So this means that each increment of that's on this double number line represents each 50% represents 6 gallons. So if it goes all the way goes to 100 gallons, so 50% is 6, 100 is 12, what would be 150? If you guess 18 gallons, you are absolutely correct. So 18 gallons. And here is why. Because each increment of 50% represents 6 gallons. So if it's increasing by 50%, that means that it's technically increasing by 6, correct? So 50 went from 100, so plus 6, it'll be 18 gallons, okay? So at the movie theater, the size of popcorn bag decreased by 20%. If the old bags held 15 cups of popcorn, how much does the new bag hold? Now, I'm going to put 15 cups of popcorn as the original amount because that's where it initially started off, 15 cups. So then it said it decreased by 20%. Now, we talked about this verbiage in our last lesson or the lesson before, where we said if it says decrease by 20%, it's technically asking us for 80%. So decrease by 20% is basically saying 80%. Now, if you don't know what's 80% of 15, it's totally fine. All right. All percents go over 100. 80 divided by 100. If I cross out the zeros, it'll be 0.8 or 8/10. When I multiply 50 times 0.8, I would get, let's see, I'm carrying that, 40. Okay, this is 8 plus 10 is 12, was 1 digit behind the decimal, so it'll be 12 cups. Okay? But if it decreased by 20%, how can I figure out what's that 20%? So you could do this 2 ways. You could say, okay, to figure out what's the 20% decrease, I could subtract 15 minus 12, which would be 3 cups, which would be equivalent to 20%. Or you can put that, okay, 15 times 0.2, which, where did I get that 0.2 from? 20% divided by 100 is equal to, cross out the zeros, equal to 0.2. Or you could put 0.20. All right. And when I multiply that, I should get 2 times 10, which is 2 times 5, which is 10, carry that 3, 1 digit behind the decimal, so it'll be 3. So 20% would equal 3 cups. If 20% equals 3 cups, 40% would equal 6 cups. Which would 60% equal to? If you guess 9 cups, you are absolutely correct, because we're just adding increments of 3, which is 20%. And the last one would be 18 cups. Okay. So, moving on. Oh, and you know what I'm going to tell you guys to do? I want you guys to circle your answer. So for the first one, I'm going to circle this 18 gallons. With this one, it says how much does the new bag hold? It will hold 12 cups. Okay, that's my answer to those questions. And now we're going to move on to question 3. This is a school had 1,200 students last year and only 1,080 students this year. What was the percent decrease in the number of students? Well, we know that this is 100%, correct? This is 100%. Now, if you notice, right, how much is each line decreasing by? How much is each line decreasing by? Each line seems to be decreasing by 120. Now, I need to figure out what would be 120. Like, how can I figure out what's that percentage? Okay. Okay, so I'm not sure if you guys learned this last year. I'm not sure if you guys, well, I'm not going to say what you learned this year, but what skills you may have practiced over the summer. But I can show you guys this method, all right, which is the is over of and percent over 100 is over of, and we're going to do percent over 100. In this case, the percentages are missing, okay? In this case, the percentages are missing, all right? But we know that the decrease is 120. Well, put that in the wrong spot. So what is 120? Because that is the portion of the decrease. That's like an increment of the percent. Remember, each one is in the line. The increments are increasing by 120. And the 100% would be 1,200 over 100. Okay? So we could cross multiply and we could divide our answer by this amount, which is 1,200. Okay? So when I do that, I should get 12,000 divided by 1,200. When I do that, I should get this, cross out those zeros, and then now I have 12 divided by 120, and this should give me 10, which would mean that the percentage is 10. This is the increasing by 10%, or working in increments of 10. So this is 10%, this would be 20%, 30%, 40%, 50%, 60%, 70%, 80%, oops, all my stuff got highlighted, 90%, and then it's going to be 110%. Sorry about that, 110%. Okay? All right, guys. So, I want you guys to try to do questions 4, 5, and 6 on your own, okay? I want you guys to try to do questions 4, 5, and 6 on your own. All right, I'll be posting the answers in the Google Classroom, so I want you guys to stay tuned for that. But I really want you guys to challenge yourself to complete these double number lines, on your own, and I'll post the answers it's in the Google Slides, okay? So I'll see you guys in the review of these questions 4, 5, and 6, and then we'll be moving on to the next question of this lesson.